Alright, we're going to be adjusting the valves on this 17 horsepower Intech Briggs and Stratton motor here on this John Deere. It's just like a regular, it's an old one. I think it's from Lowe's, an old big box store. John Deere riding R. So you have your valves up front here, and we're going to do to start off, just pull out your spark plug right here, take the cap off there. And go ahead and pull that out. Make sure, gotta get it in an extension because my ratchet wasn't long enough. So just gonna stick this in here. Pull this out. Should be just about out now. Almost. Yeah. Alright. Let's get the spark plug out. You pull the valve cover off. This one just takes a 3/8 socket, so let's go ahead and pull these off here. We do have some oil coming out here, but that's totally fine. It's normal. Didn't run it earlier. Technically, you're supposed to do this when they're cold, but I am not. But it's not that big of a deal. And I need to wipe that up, though. All right, here we go. I should get a drain pan. Alright, now we got the oil kind of wiped up there. We got this, make sure you have a clean flathead screwdriver or Phillips, that doesn't really matter. This looks a bit of rust, but that's okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to stick that right in where the spark plug goes. All the way in as far as you can. What we're doing is we're going to touch that to the top of the piston. And we are going to actually twist the flywheel here manually to push it out to the very top of the compression stroke. It's called the top dead center. So when you have the, it's hard to hold the phone and do this, but the ignition stroke and the compression stroke, we want it to be on the compression stroke. The ignition stroke keeps the valves tight, and then the compression stroke is a little looser, which is where we're going to make our adjustments at. So let's go ahead and get this out as far as it can go. Let me see if I can put this somewhere. Alright, and that is as far out as it goes right there. And I don't know if you can see, but the valves are extremely tight. So that means that that is the ignition stroke. We need to do one more time for it to be the compression stroke. So we're going to keep twisting the flywheel. It'll go all the way back in. Starts coming back out. Right. Right there. It's the top of the compression stroke. right there. Okay, and our valves are loose, as you can see there. So we can take the screwdriver out. And for every motor this is going to be different, the spacing that you need to have there. But for these, I looked it up, and pretty much universally for these John Deeres with the Briggs and Stratton, it is about 0.005 inches that you want right here in between. So let me get my tool here. Alright. Alright. Got my feeler tool here. You get these at Harbor Freight. I will link the one that I have right here in the description. But with the 0.005 inch blade right here, and you're going to insert that directly between the rocker arm and that rod right there. You see there's quite a bit of wiggle room there. So what we want to do is tighten this up a little bit. So let me put this down for a second, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, I've got you kind of hanging over the top of the engine here watching me. And if anyone's seen this before, let me know. But I found that the interior piece right here took a 10mm, which is kind of weird because the exterior motor nuts took standard and the interior seems to be taking metric, so it seems a little strange. But anyways, you take your feeler gauge, put it right in between rocker arm and the arm. You gotta turn it clockwise. Don't over tighten, just kind of snug it. You can see it's still kind of loose there. That slides easily in between. Alright, tighten it just a little bit more. Alright, I'm feeling some resistance there, but it still easily slides in and out, so that means we've got that one pretty much perfect. And repeat that for the second as well, the one below. And these, the intake and the exhaust valves do have different specs, but for this specific one, they both fell, or both of them, an acceptable measurement was 0.005 inches. That fell within the ranges that were acceptable. They had different ranges, but they had the same one, so I was just making them identical. So you just tighten that up a little bit. Some of these will have like a T40 or T45 head that you have to put in between, in the middle of the nut, and then you tighten the nut and you hold that still with a driver or something, and that will let you do the tightening. But this does not. This is just purely tightening with this nut right here. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let's see that. We'll just replace all the parts we took off, the cover and then the spark plug, put it all back together. But she is pretty much perfect right now, and I need to clean the rest of that oil up too. But yeah, that's pretty much how you adjust the valves on a Briggs & Stratton 17 horsepower overhead valve engine.